Last time on Astronautica.
We've learned a little bit about the stories of Hazel and Oka. But what of our dear Kyler? How did our prima donna come to be? Well, just all that whole mess. How the hell did that happen? Well, if you're curious, then you're in luck, because you're about to find out, right here and now, on Astronautica.
It's been a long time since you've been back to Chicago. You've had a meteoric rise to stardom. You got your start on Snip Snap, putting out songs and videos, playing your little synth keyboard that you fixed up, that you found in the Blight. You eventually, through your rise on that and other social media platforms, started to get noticed. And then you went on a talent show. And the rest, as they say, is history. You won it. And then, just like that, you were famous. You had offers and options galore. You released albums. You were on shows. The world was your oyster. After a while, your family decided to ditch your old agent and got a new one who had a fresh new idea. And that idea was, you were going to be in a boy band. And that only propelled your success more. Quick, what was the name of the boy band?
Fuck. Axial tilt, is that anything?
That's something. So, okay, so the name of the band, the boy band was Axial Tilt. Sort of a star-themed boy band. Sort of got a lot of like 80s throwback shiny space suit type shit going on. And you had your two number one singles that rocketed y'all into the public eye. The first one was called, what was it, Supernova Eclipse?
Yes.
And the other one was Astrolabe, which you, Kyler, wrote. That was like your, sort of like your opus. And it topped the charts. It was number one. And it was all looking great for you guys. But like every boy band, there comes a time when stuff starts to fall apart. Partially the reason for that was a little bit of you getting into the party life, getting a little Justin Bieber-y, a little bit of driving too fast, a little bit of gambling a lot, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's money. Who cares? It comes and goes. It'll be right. I check the account and it's there.
Exactly. If you check the account.
True.
So, yeah. So tensions started to rise, and it was your predilections, and also just like tension between the parents of the boys and some of the boys as well. You and the other sort of lead, you and this other kid were sort of the head. You were the bad boy, he was the good boy, you know, angel, devil sort of vibe. You know, you dressed in black, he dressed in white, that sort of dichotomy between the two. He went by the name J. Lex. His actual name was Julian Lexler. And you and he were friends. He was kind of your first friend, your first good friend. And the two of you tried to make it work, but things fall apart. And this did too. And since then, the other three boys, unnamed, have faded into the background where they belong.
Dewey, Huey, and Louie.
They went to go live with their rich uncle. The things have sort of it's not like, you know, you're still getting gigs, you're still doing stuff, but it's not the same. The limelight is starting to fade. And so after a little while, your agent, Johnny Sneed, came up with an idea, which is, let's put you on another awards show. That was the beginning. It'll be a new beginning for you. So you have come back to Chicago after a long time away to do this awards show. It's sort of like a Masked Singer type thing, where you're gonna go up in disguise. You're gonna do a performance. What song was it that? What are you gonna perform? What's gonna be your thing?
I mean, I think it's going to be Astrolabe, right?
Word.
Like that's the thing everyone loves, and that's the one whose arrangement really let my range shine. So,
you got it. Okay. So, you're in your hotel room. You're in the suite, near the spire. You're not actually in the spire, but you're close to it. In the area surrounding it, which is still nice enough, sort of a touristy-ish area. And it's morning. What are you doing?
I think if it's morning, and I'm in like a ritzy hotel, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm in like some little like detox pod or something, just like sort of zapping away all of the many drugs that I took on the flight over here. Like, I think someone had to pour me into bed after the plane. Like, I boarded the plane in like with a brave face, and then halfway through the trip to Chicago, I was like, "Oh, we're going back to Chicago, okay, baby!" Like, and I just like put on an even more brave face and just like started ripping them, baby, ripping.
just going ham on them drugs.
They had a little tiny bowl on the plane that they were told not to put out, and then I threw a hissy fit until they brought the bowl out, and then I just sort of reached in and like broke one or two open and like ate two or three more, and just a real mess of a person.
It was a messy flight.
And so yeah,
excellent.
I think I'm just sort of like sitting in like this pod, like I've got like synthetic cucumbers over my eyes or something, and I'm just like,
All right. You do so. You can feel the various toxins being pumped out of you through the sort of actually like through the cucumbers, which are actually only cucumber on one side, and on the other side are sort of like some bizarre nano suction thing that just like sucks things out. And you are awakened by a sort of strange mechanical barking sound coming from your backpack outside the pod. And the barking repeats and repeats and repeats in the exact same tone and intonation each time. Just this like mechanical digital like
give me just 5 more minutes, Shimmers. Jesus. No? Okay, great. I will go to my backpack.
You get out of the pod, the cucumber tubes, the sort of mind flayer-ish cucumber tubes detach and slither up into the pod. You step out. There's a Turkish terry cloth robe sitting there, and there's your backpack, and the barking just continues until you open it. Just
I walk over and I open up the backpack.
Their inside is Shimmers, which is it's a holographic dog, sort of all the rage in the Spire currently. Very expensive. You don't have one of the purebred ones. You have a knockoff that you got like in Chinatown in New York City. That is just some sort of like mongrel dog, like like it's a coded street dog. They pulled bits of code from other dogs that they could figure out, and it's not even exactly that it looks like a street dog. It looks like different dogs put together. Like it's got like one like its back half is like a husky, and there's a hard line, and its front paws are German Shepherd. And then it's got like a corgi head, and it would be cute, except for the fact that it's really fucking not.
Okay, well, I fixed your subroutines so that your barks at least had some variation in tonation. What is going on? And I check whatever like hub is used to generate Shimmers.
Okay, roll Data Spider, please.
Okay. Totes. I am gonna push.
Starting early.
And I'm glad I did, because that is 3 successes, baby. Fix my dog!
All right. Yeah, you go into the subroutine, and you manage to fix the barks. It now pulls from a selection of barks that varies. You also, while you're going through with your critical success, you realize that you've cracked the specific algorithm that is controlling the appearance of the dog. And you can now program it to look like whatever you want it to.
Oh my god, this is huge. And I sit cross-legged right there, and I just start like futzing and fiddling with it, and I'm like cycling through the different breed options.
Sort of like that scene in Aladdin where Abu is being turned into all the different things.
Very much so, yeah. It's like
this dog just being like Chihuahua, Great Dane.
And let's see, what kind of dog would Kyler go for? I think that he goes for, it's the Spire, everyone's so well-to-do. I'm vibing with Husky. I think that he,
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's like this really well-manicured, husky that is like on the smaller side. It's not as large as one might expect a husky to be.
Not so husky.
Not so husky, but still a
Still
valid
husky.
dog. Yeah, still a valid husk. Yeah, and I don't think that he locks it. I think that he's like, okay, well, let's try this on for today.
Perfect. All right, you leave that open, and you're admiring your handiwork, looking at this dog that is now barking the way a husky barks, and
yeah.
it's got that sort of, you know how huskies like kind of talk a little bit, where they go like
Yeah.
yeah, and it's vocalizing. And after a moment, the door opens, and your adoptive mother, Justine, is standing there. And she says, Kyler Morgan Davies, are you seriously messing around with that dog?
Look, Mother, I fixed him. 100% husky.
Look, that's amazing. I thought I told you that today was a very busy day. We don't have time for stuff like this, Kyler.
I just need 5 more minutes to finish my detox, and I stand up and I start walking towards my pod.
She walks in and she picks up the projector that Shimmers is being projected from, and Shimmers lets out a sort of strained yelp as it gets sucked back inside to the projector. And she says, you are wasting your time on this. And you're wasting our time too. Do you understand how important this is, Kyler?
Do you
Do you know how much
understand-
money we spent to get you back here to do this?
I know it's what you think is going to be the next big thing. I don't know if you understand just how important it is for us to have a purebred hollow-breed dog. A hard light pooch. These are what people see and say, oh, those people, they belong in the spire.
Belong in the spire, huh? I'll tell you what. You win that competition, you could have your hard light pooch back. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a hammer to it. Okay? And she walks out.
Always a good time, Mother. Always a good time. And I get back in my pod.
You do so. You sit in for another 5 minutes until the cucumbers slither back out. The detox finishes, the bell dings, they detach again. Oh man, I don't know why, but for some reason when I was envisioning them this time going away, I imagined them like having tongues that licked their lips as they left, which is just really upsetting. And now you have to do that as well, dear listener. Welcome to my hell.
Tyler's into it. That's why he bought this model. It's weird.
Welcome to Matt Frost's Intrusive Thoughts. It's a detox thing that really loves your toxins. Yum, yum.
This is Word Hell, and you get to listen. Hello.
Welcome to Word Hell. That would be my Radio Lab. So it finishes. You come out. And there's a knock on the door.
Hello?
The door opens and your dad is standing there. I should have described your mom. Your parents they're mid-40s at this point. They've lived hard lives and they have that sort of premature aging that goes along with like manual labor and being out in the hot sun scrapping in Chicago. They got their start as scrappers. They this lifestyle of ferrying their child star around is very new. And they're not, you can tell, super comfortable with it. You know, they're kind of people that, like, whatever hotel room they stay in, they just take whatever they can from it. That sort of way of, like, you never know when we're gonna... They haven't figured out that it costs them.
Little bottles of shampoo again. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the little bottles of shampoo. Like they'll take the towels. It's like they would strip the curtains off the walls if they could. Like whatever they can take, they do, because they're used to that sort of survival lifestyle, and. Your dad is he's like 5'9". He's got graying brown hair. He's got a beard with salt and pepper in it. And he always kind of looks tired. And always a little bit confused. Like he's living in a world that's much too fast for him. And he comes and he says, "Hey, bud, how you doing today? You feeling all right?"
The detox machine is taking longer and longer. I think we need to get the newest model. This one's just not cutting it anymore.
Have you ever maybe considered, not doing every drug that is put in front of you?
I mean, I could, but then why would we have the detox machine?
Right. Yeah, good point. Good point. Hey, so I know today's a big day, and thought you might be a little bit nervous, so
Nervous? I'm Kyla Morgan Davies nervous?
Well, I didn't mean it like that, but I just meant, anyway, I cooked you some breakfast, if you'd like any.
Oh, what's on the menu?
Oh, I made your favorite, pancakes, bacon, eggs, just a nice hearty meal to get you going.
That sounds very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Do you go out to breakfast?
Yes. I put on my robe and I say, "Oh, by the way, did you get your robe?"
My what?
These robes. Look, they're fantastic. And I show this Turkish silk robe.
I haven't checked. I honestly have been. We got in so late. I just, after I put you to detox, I just sort of went to sleep.
Well, be sure to pack 2 because Mother will surely want one as well.
Good thinking, bud. Come on, let's go eat some breakfast.
I go to get some breakfast, and as I'm walking with my dad, I'm like looking at just like music industry news and like what's hot on the press today in the data sphere or whatever we're calling.
Yeah,
the interwebs.
Yeah, the data sphere. As you flick through, you see, it's all the standard stuff. John Bon Jovi, the 18th, is giving a concert, for, in support of something and being insufferable at it. There's, there's all sorts. It's all the classic music news. And then you flip to one article, that shows, it's a picture of someone you recognize. it's Julian. And it's him doing, it's sort of him in New York City on Broadway, doing like outside of one of the major theaters there. And he's smiling and waving at the camera, and the article shows that he has just been signed to write and star in a new musical that has already sold out, even though it's not even in previews yet. Has already sold out for like the next 2 years.
Father.
Yeah, Kyler,
I'm sitting
what's up?
down to like breakfast as I look up and talk to him. I was like, be sure to have our people send a congratulatory bouquet to J. Lex's people. Apparently he's had a bit of a red letter announcement, as it were.
Oh,
And get me Johnny as soon as possible on the line.
sure. Yeah, yeah, of course, bud. Eat your breakfast. It's gonna get cold.
I'm already like carving into the pancakes. Like
You do.
This is like very Citizen Kane at the table, just like eating
You
like
got it.
aggressively. Like I'm
Yeah.
so happy for him. I'm so very happy for my good friend J. Lex. Oh.
You do so. You Citizen Kane that meal. Yeah, I'm. So do you? I mean, you have Johnny's number.
Yes, I want my father to call. Father, call Johnny now. And I'm like pounding on the table as I'm eating.
Yeah, of course. I will. And he steps into the other room, and you can hear the phone ring. And a quiet conversation ensues.
Johnny, is that you on the line in there?
Hey, bud. Yeah, it is. How you doing today?
Johnny, I was the one who did the writing and the composition for our Axial Tilt's #1 hit, Astrolabe, correct?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
I was the one who programmed the holographic lights and the drone shows that accompanied everything that we did, right?
You got it, my man.
So tell me, Johnny, how is it that J-Lex, just a pretty face and a pretty name, already has his own show that he is writing and composing, debuting to be on Broadway in a few months? And I see this today as I get out of my detox before my big day. I see this today.
Oh, well, my man. I wouldn't sweat about that. Broadway's Broadway, you know? It's nothing serious. You know, what? He does a little show. It's theater. Theater's old hat. You don't need to worry.
Old hat.
Your stuff. You've got it. You've got it, K-Dog. You don't need to worry about anything that he's up to. You just focus on you.
You're right. I've got it. That's right.
All right. Hey, you need anything?
Johnny, they say that theater is dead. I want us to put it in the ground. I want Broadway closed, Johnny.
I'll get right on that, my man.
Whew. Sorry, that's Ian the player just decompressing from my actions. Like, I am so sorry.
Hey, remember how Kyler's like gone through several years of shame and growth at the beginning of the podcast? That hasn't happened yet.
Nope.
You're getting to see Kyler at his worst.
Wee.
Yeah. It's only going to get worse from here. He says,
Hey, I got another call on the line. You need anything before the show?
I'd like a bowl of special stuff in my dressing room, please. Can you make sure the venue has that?
You got it.
and your dad goes, no, wait, and then it cuts off. Dad's like, Kyler, you're gonna...
It's for after the show, Father, okay? I need to decompress. I have billions of eyes on me on stage, and I deserve to decompress.
Have you ever tried meditation or something?
But just sit there and think nothing?
I mean, that's how they say it goes.
Well, then I meditate all the time.
Sick self-burn.
I don't think he realizes it, though.
No, he absolutely doesn't. At this moment, your mom comes in and says, "Are you fucking kidding me? Pancakes? Why don't we just pour a bunch of gravy down his throat? Let's put some cement down his throat. Why don't we fill his shoes with cement?" Is no one here thinking, except for me? And your dad goes, "Apparently not." And she goes, "Okay, we are half an hour late. We have to get to the registry site so that we can get a rehearsal space. We have 1 day to whip this into shape. 1 day, Kyler."
Mother,
Okay?
It's all gonna be okay. You know why? Because I have it. I was just on the phone with Johnny. We have it. I've got it. He told me.
Oh, did he? Well, in that case, I guess we should just not even go. If you've got it, why don't we let's all just hang out. How does that sound? Sound like a good time? We can all just sit around and do nothing. Or maybe we could fucking rehearse a little bit.
You're right, as always.
I'll be in the car. She heads out.
I defiantly stuff a big-ass mouth of pancakes in my mouth as she walks out. I'm like,
You do. Your dad pats you on the shoulder and says, "You're gonna be great. I know you're gonna be great. I know you know too. Just do your best out there, okay?"
I always do.
I know. Maybe we can talk after the show.
Ooh. Do we have to?
Oh, no, I suppose not. He looks a little hurt. He pats you on the back and starts doing dishes.
Great talk. Have a good one. Thank you for doing dishes. Oh my god, you're amazing. Bye.
Fucking hate Kyler so much.
I'm so sorry.
You head down. Your mother is impatiently waiting in the back of a black car. And she says, "All right, can we go?"
I put on some big sunglasses as I sit in the back seat, and I'm just like, yes, let's go.
You drive the incredibly short distance to the spire. It's easily walkable. The spire's in sight, but you have previously made it clear that you don't want to walk anywhere.
No.
Head to the spire and are let in. As you come in, a swarm of drones comes down, and people recognize you and just go bonkers. There are screaming girls, screaming boys, screaming moms, confused dads. It's a whole thing. The security guard, who's sort of a portly blonde man with a mustache and he's balding, sort of tries to keep the crowd back and is just overwhelmed. Do you sign any? Everyone's thrusting things at you to sign. Do you sign?
Oh my. And he's trying to stay I think if anyone appears to be Spireborn, he's shaking their hands and quickly just sort of writing something flippant or something, just very quick. In fact, I don't even think he's shaking hands. No, he's just doing quick, not even looking, just running a marker across a straight line.
You do. You basically walk down the line and just write. You just have a marker trailing behind you. You're not even signing a name. You're just trailing a marker along the things.
Yep.
One of them's like a child's face. You just
Yep.
right across the forehead.
I do it right across this young man's chest. He's like lifted up his shirt, and I just swoop, like right across.
You do so. You reach the elevator. The doors open. You're let in. And you head up. And up. And up. There are a lot of people who recognize you. And there's even more chances for autographs and, all sorts of stuff. People invite you to parties. Most of them sound like they'd be terrible. And you head way up high above the clouds. And the elevator doors open to a theater, a stadium inside the spire. There are a pair of large guards there who beat back the masses that are following you. And you and your mom go through. And there's a registration. Your mom says, "All right, you sit tight. I'll be right back." And she walks off and begins talking to people. After a moment, you hear a voice. "Kyler? Oh my God."
I turn.
You turn, and standing there is your old friend, Jalex. Julian. He comes up and he gives you a big hug.
Julian!
Hi, how are you? My God, it's so good to see you.
It's wonderful to see you as well. I am well. It's so, congratulations. I heard about your, big news.
Oh, he looks, when you say that, he looks a little embarrassed, and he says, "Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really, I don't know. Thanks. I didn't really want to do it. My dad said it would be a good idea. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, I told them, you were the one who did most of the writing, but, hey, would you maybe be interested in helping write some of the stuff for it?"
Oh, well, I'd have to check my schedule, and see. Ooh, I have to have your people get in touch with my people. That sounds.
Oh, okay. You mean Johnny? He's my agent too. I'll check with him. Okay.
Yes, have Johnny send Johnny the paperwork, and then Johnny and I can sit down and take a look at what Johnny sent over.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Oh, you're so funny, Kyler. It's good to see you again. I've missed you. Are you doing okay? I read some stuff in the paper. I was a little worried.
Oh. Those old rags. They say the darndest things to get headlines. I really missed me. Oh. I made breakfast today and thought of you. I saw your face in the paper. It was...
Oh. Well, nice. Good.
Yes, well, you're here for this, for The Masked Singer, season 239.
I like how it's still just the Masked Singer. Oh, yeah. Johnny said it would be a good idea. You know?
Did he know? Oh, that Johnny.
Yeah. From a distance, you hear a gruff male voice that you recognize. You haven't heard it in a while, but you know it to be J-Lex's dad. And you hear him going, Julian! Julian! And he says, I'm coming, Dad. I'm coming. I'll be right there. And he says, hey, it was really good to see you. We should catch up sometime.
Yes, we absolutely should.
Okay. Bye. Good luck. Break a leg.
Thank you.
I know you'll do great. You always do.
I mean, it's part of who we are, right? We are axial tilt, after all. We control the way the seasons go.
I never really understood that, but you were always smarter than I was. I'll see you around. Julian! I gotta go.
Okay.
He leaves.
It's good to see you. Kyler says that after he leaves.
Julian runs off. And as he goes, you see his father, a sort of red-faced, short-cropped man, start berating him. And they go off into one of the rehearsal rooms. Your mother, meanwhile, is having an argument with the lady at the front desk.
Can I hear from here what they're arguing about?
Yeah. So your mother is going, well, I don't care when they booked it. We need a space to rehearse. I had Johnny deal with this. He said it was fixed. Are you people really so completely incompetent that you can't even have enough rehearsal spaces booked for the contestants that are going to be performing on your show? Are you really that incompetent? And the young woman at the desk, who's she's 21 years old, she's so hungover, is just going like, I'm sorry, ma'am. And Justine says, don't you fucking ma'am me. Just fix it. And she turns and sees you and she says, Kyler, come here.
I go over, yeah. I look back in the direction that Julian went, and then I go over.
You do so. Okay. So, 2 bits of news. 1, the staff here is entirely incompetent and have somehow double booked our rehearsal space. Fantastic. 2, our luggage hasn't arrived here.
Oh, okay. So the outfit, we don't have the outfit.
The projectors.
The projectors.
The outfit, the projectors.
Oh my God. The projectors, the outfit. Do we have the drones?
No, those are all in the luggage. Okay, sweetie, here's what I need you to do. I'm going to deal with the people here, and I'm going to get us a rehearsal space. I need you to go downstairs, and I need you to talk to the man at the front desk about shipments. Okay? Do you think you can do that for me?
Man at the front desk talk about shipments?
Yeah. When they're coming in, when our stuff is coming in. There should be some loading information, you know? They control the in and out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I should be preserving my voice, but here I am going to talk to this plebeian about shipments. Ugh, okay.
Great. Thanks.
I start to leave, yeah.
You do so. As you leave, you see Julian going into one of the rehearsal rooms. You know which one it is. It's rehearsal room C.
I definitely sneak over to that rehearsal room, and I want to, are they soundproofed? Can I hear what they're working on, or, peek through a window and get any hints of anything?
They are not soundproofed. They're still setting up at the moment. And you can hear Julian's dad just, laying into him. And he's just apologizing to his dad over and over again.
I clock the room number, and then, I go to ask about the luggage.
All right, you head down to not the full bottom of the spire, but the sort of the bottom of the real spire.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a man at the front desk who's working on a computer terminal. And he comes up and he says, "Hi, can I help you, Kyler Morgan Davies?"
Yes, I am. And you all should have my luggage.
Your luggage?
I was told to come and ask about shipments or something.
Oh, yeah, let me just hold on a second. Let me check. Hang on. He starts tapping away. He says, "Funny. Seems like someone picked it up already. Must have been a mistake. It looks like it was delivered to rehearsal room J, I think, up in the stadium."
Rehearsal room J.
That's what they said.
Okay, great. Do you have a signatory for whomever came to pick it up?
The name is Alan Smithy.
Alan Smithy. Okay. And does that name ring a bell at all? Is that someone that I would perhaps know?
No, it's no one you know.
Alan Smithy. Who is this Alan Smithy?
The fellow who came and picked up the luggage.
Rehearsal room J, you said. All right. What's your name?
Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. And I turn and I go to rehearsal room J because I don't know what to say to him.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Daniel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You head back up. Your mother is still just deep in argument. There's now 3 people there. And she's gotten to the point of mad where she's gotten quiet and just really articulate. She's just inches from murder at this point. Where would you like to go?
I go up to her and I say, "The luggage has arrived. It's in rehearsal room J. It was picked up by an Alan Cumming or Guinness or something. I don't remember."
It was Smithy.
Smithy. Alan Smithy. I wrote down the name as a few moments afterwards. I was like, I should remember this, and I just wrote down Alan. And when I got to the last name, I was like, "Fuck, what was the last name?"
She says, "Oh, rehearsal room J. So it was delivered."
That's what the David downstairs. I spoke with someone downstairs.
She nods and she says, "Thank you, Kyler." And she turns to the beleaguered group and she says, it's really shameful, the operation you're running here." And she walks off towards rehearsal room J.
Excuse me, Mother. Who's Alan Smithy?
I don't know. I've never heard that name before. I think we're about to find out. She heads toward J. with purpose.
I'll be right there. I just need to use the little boy's room. And I turn and I head in the direction of C again.
You do so. They've begun to rehearse. And as you approach, you can hear Justin's dad going, "Stop, stop." Okay. Are you even trying? Should we just pack it up and go home? I think we should pack it up and go home. And Justin goes, "No, sorry, I'll do better." And then the music starts up again, and you recognize it. It's Astrolabe.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Is he good? Does he sound good?
Oh, baby. He sounds so good. His voice is angelic. Do you crack the door at all? Do you, peep inside?
Ooh, yeah. I walk in.
Do you walk in, or do you just peek in?
I'll start by peeking.
You peek in. You see a magnificent display of lights. He's up there. He's got a mask on. It's a frog. The outfit is sort of a reminiscent update of the outfit that you all wore for the music video for Astrolabe. And there's just there's so many drones whizzing around projecting lights and holograms. There's a holographic choir. There's backup dancers, all projected, of course. It's exquisite. But the star of the show is, without a doubt, his voice. I mean, it's just incredible. He always had a good singing voice, but he's clearly been working hard. And it's paying off. And his choreography is flawless.
Tyler,
Yeah.
I think he peeks in with the intention of storming in and making a scene, but he sees all of this and hears all of this and just I think kind of shrinks away.
You do so. You do so. You shrink away, and you turn around to see your mother coming towards you, and she looks livid. She says, "We got a problem."
Yeah, I'll say. Wait, what's your problem?
She leads you into rehearsal room J, which is stuffed full of luggage. It's basically just been converted into a storage room. And there's a pile of your belongings that, all your luggage, that's just been, pretty roughly manhandled. It looks like it was set down pretty carelessly, kicked around a little bit. And a bunch of the drones and projectors have been damaged. And she turns to you and she says, "You gotta fix this, bud."
Oh, good. Great. Yes, you don't say. This is the whole thing. This is the whole thing. I don't think we can do this.
Sorry, what do you mean, I don't think we can do this?
I think we have to cancel. I think I don't.
Excuse me?
I think that we should seriously, we should go and we should get Dad, and we should go to the Bellagio too, and have some duck. We should treat ourselves, do something nice. We're above this.
Oh, I didn't realize that I'd raised a quitter.
I didn't
We flew all the way out here. We spent all this money and time and energy just to ship your sorry ass out here, and now you're just quitting just like that, huh?
It's not just like that. No, I'm not a quitter.
If you want that dog back, you're not gonna be. I'll fix these. I'm gonna go find us a room to rehearse in.
Yeah, Kyler sits down and breaks out some tools and starts just trying to
fix it. Roll, please, for me. This is gonna be technology or data spider. I feel like probably technology.
Yeah, which is not my strong suit. Okay.
I'll let you roll technology with a +2 because these are things that you've personally programmed.
Sure.
So you're familiar with them. Yeah, so roll for me, please.
Definitely. I am going to go ahead and push.
Push away.
Yes! That is 3 successes again, baby.
Perfect. The brakes are all minor. It's like so easy to fix. They're practically superficial. You know, a detached wire here, a uncoupled link there. Other technical terms that I don't fucking know. You are able to fix all of them flawlessly by the time your mother comes back.
And to think you wanted to quit.
She looks at you and says, "That's the boy I raised." Now, there's going to be a rehearsal room ready for us tomorrow, so we'll be able to run through it before the performance. But for now, I say we set up in here, we make it work. What do you say?
We always do.
Good. Let's take it from the top. You rehearse. I want you to describe the show, if it were to go ideally, what the performance would sort of look like. Paint us a word picture of what this performance would be like.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that the mask that Kyler is wearing would be I'm gonna go with octopus.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's solid.
I'm gonna go with octopus, something a little more daring, you know. Hopefully by this point humanity has explored the oceans a little bit more, so we're getting more aquatic things featured in the masked singer.
Yeah, one of them's like an anglerfish.
Exactly right. I mean, that would be good too. Jesus, that would be horrifying. But octopus is what I'm going with. And so I think.
Remember, you have holoprojectors, so you can make anything show up. So limit yourself not.
I think it would start like in darkness, like complete blackout, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, like one of the drones is a little like loon cube drone that would like, pshooing, like kick on this small light in front of the octopus's face, like as it's singing. And then the hollow drones would make some sort of aquatic deep sea environment thing. As we're getting into the first verse, they would create this effect of rushing upwards, like through the water, like bubbles are like flying by behind the octopus, so that when we get to the hook in the belt, the background hollow projectors have like rocketed us up into space, and like there's like an octopus in the stars or something, I guess. But like the drones start to like make like constellations and patterns and stuff in line with the Astrolabe lyrics, and then all the stars, like as we get into verse 2 and we do that sort of like bridge into like this like sort of peppier, hyped verse, like all the stars start to like pulse in time, and then like we're flying through it, and the whole time I have a few extra drones that are like manipulating the tentacles on the octopus mask, so like it looks like it's like flying and rushing somewhere, or it looks like it's like floating and moving, and they are synchronized with my time, like they have like an RF code or something that they're like following on my wristwatch, so that they know when I'm walking left or when I'm walking right, and they like adjust to maintain that sort of flowy look. And as we get to like the final swelling like finale, the constellations that have been drawn like come together to like make a holograph. I was gonna say of Kyler's face, but that's the whole point of the Masked Singer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Of an octopus, like the masked one, like just like singing and pulsing and dancing, and so like these like little lines drawn between stars like form this like animation of this octopus like backup dancer that splits into more until like there's just a whole stage filled with like star backup dancers that are like killing it for this grand finale. And then back to like blackout as like Astrolabe comes into that nice sort of like slow reprieve, like Kyler, like, you know, at the end is gonna like pump the little brakes and ease out, and it gets like sort of longing and momentous in both tone, and like as all of these stars like collapse back down into like a single little orb of light in front of the octopus, and then it goes to blackout.
I'm not gonna lie, that was fucking rad as hell. That was so. I was right there with you for that whole thing. I was just
I'm
like
glad it
seeing
made
that in my
sense.
head.
I was talking and I was like, I hope this all is coming out coherent.
Oh no, it was really good. Fuck yeah.
Kyler's a man of his craft. He is a complete asshole, but like,
No, but Kyler is. There's a reason that Kyler rose to success in the first place, and it's talent. Yeah, you rehearse, and you rehearse, and you rehearse. It's the end of a long day of rehearsal, and you, your mother finally calls it, and she says, "All right, you do as well as you did today, and I think we got this in the bag."
yes! And Kyler, like, hugs his mom.
She gives you a pat on the head. She says, "Why don't we get some dinner?"
Yes. Dinner, though. I mean, dinner on the night before a show?
Something light.
You're right. Something light.
You meet up with Clint, and you have a light dinner. Let's see. You have some some sushi.
All that rice? Are you kidding me?
She orders you specifically.
Is it sashimi that's just the fish?
Sashimi is just the fish. So she gives you some sashimi. You watch Clint sort of do his best to eat. He's not a particularly worldly food guy. And he tries to be brave and orders some sea urchin and bites into it, and then his face freezes, and he just sort of quietly raises a napkin and then lowers it.
Stabbed your mouth, didn't you?
And oh no, it was just the flavor is a lot more than, I don't know. you live on, potatoes and rice long enough and, MREs and things like that. All this stuff sort of... It's good to try new things, I guess. And he takes a piece of tuna and dips it in soy sauce, like a lot of soy sauce, and eats it. After a light dinner, you go back to your hotel room. And you're sitting, relaxing, unwinding, and there's a knock at the door.
I will go answer the door.
You do so. It's Julian. He looks stressed and sort of sad. And he says, "Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I know tomorrow's a big day, but could we talk?"
Yes. Okay.
Do you want to, just go for a little walk or something? I've been cooped up inside all day. I could really use a walk. Do you mind?
It'll be like old times. And yeah, I throw on some shoes.
You step out.
Oh, 1 second, actually. And I close the door, and I actually go and put on, my nicest shit.
You do so.
I
You
put
do
on the most
so.
expensive brand things that I own, and I,
You do
just in
so.
case if anyone sees us together,
You don't want to look shabby.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
now I can walk.
You look great. Yeah, let's go for a walk. You step outside. The night air is cool. Sort of late summer, early fall sort of day. It's a cool night. The breeze flowing off of the lake. And the two of you walk. And Julian doesn't really say much of anything for a while.
So, it's been some time.
Yeah. Do you ever just look at your life and think, what the fuck am I doing?
No, I make music. How so? What do you...
Yeah. I don't know, it's just... Lately, I've been... It's just go all the time, And, I see these other kids and they're off doing things and having fun and relaxing and... I don't know, dating people. Not that I even really care about that. I mean, oh man, Johnny says I need to start dating someone because it would be good for the brand, and I'm like, I don't want to date someone because it would be that's crazy to date someone just because it would be good for your image, right? Am I right? Is that crazy?
I mean, I feel like sometimes that's what the people want, isn't it? They want some of the high drama and stakes, and all the more desirable to be like, oh, look, this person is no longer on the market, there's...
Yeah. I guess I'm just tired of having other people tell me what my life should be, I feel like I never get to make any decisions for myself, I just do what I'm told, and I go where I'm told, and I sleep when I'm told, and I eat what I'm told, and...
You really need to get out
I don't
more, That's what it sounds
You were
like.
always the getting out one.
Seriously, you should have hung out at Gemma Watson's party. It was a wild time.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I heard it was pretty crazy, but...
Hey,
Yeah?
do you want to have some fun?
What did you have in mind?
Kyler pulls out like a little baggie.
What is that?
So you know how sometimes you're tired and you don't want to do the thing and you just wish you had the energy and the focus to do so and you wish that you could do it for like 10 hours straight.
Is that cocaine? Is that what you're saying?
It's cocaine too, baby. Cocaine is so last century.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. We've got a show coming up. Are you sure we should be doing stuff like that? I mean...
Look, it sounds like you are on a ledge here, right? I mean, we both know this is demanding work, but we do it because we were born to. We are the ones who can bear this burden, and so, you know, what's a little pack mule along the way? And I sort of shake the little baggie.
Quick question. Are you trying to convince him to take it? What I guess I'll say is, should you roll a manipulation check here?
I suppose I will, purely because, like, I wouldn't force it on him, but this is Kyler's, like, thing. He's like, oh, you don't have energy, oh, you feel like people are too demanding? Well, just do this. It, like...
just do drugs
just
about
do
it.
Fucking drugs, dude, like we all do. Like...
All right, roll for manipulation,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, I'm not, like, trying to, like, force it on him in some sort of seditious manner or something. I am just sort of, like, this was, like, Kyler being like, I have, like, the thing. And also, like, Kyler knows that it's... All right. Kyler knows his tolerance is higher, so there is that going on. I don't know. This is not... Don't take the drugs, kids. Just don't do it.
It's turning into an after-school special.
Right, yeah. I'm not going to push it, but I did get 2 successes.
Okay. He goes, well, I suppose it won't hurt. Sure. Let's have some fun. Hell yeah.
And then, yeah,
You do some Coke number 2.
we do Coke number 2, the sequel to Coke. And
Coke 2, Coke Electric Boogaloo.
there we go. Okay. And then, yeah, like, I am going to go out on a wild night on the town with, if I can convince Julian.
You go out on the town. It is it's a bender of a night. You go to the local casinos. You wind up at the Bellagio too.
Hell yeah.
You
A lot of things have only gotten 1 sequel.
Well, the real thing is that they only legally allowed the Bellagio to exist recently because of what happened at the Bellagio 1. and
Tune in next time.
so, to hear about the massacre at the Bellagio. You have a rip-roaring good time. It's a blur of gambling and drinking and drugs and neon. It's a wild, wild night. I need you to make me a force check, please.
Shit, yep. This is why we have the detox machine, kids.
Yup.
Okay, hold on. I will push it, even though it is very unlikely. Come on, baby. Oh, still nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You black out.
Yeah.
And then you come to. It takes you a while to come to reality. The world is blurry and it's dark. And then it doesn't get less dark and blurry.
How?
And then slowly, and with mounting horror, you realize something. There's a bag over your head.
Oh!
Well, well, well. If it ain't the consequences of Kyler's actions. But how's Kyler gonna get out of this one? Find out next time on Astronautica.
Hey everybody, Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a ton of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it because it's great. If you like our show and want to support us, please check us out on Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can help us keep this going. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to thank my wonderful players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. They are wonderful and they ruin all my plans, and I literally could not do this without them, so I am eternally grateful. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Shersty Jorgensen, who designed our awesome logo, and also to thank Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime. Anytime you hear a sick bass lick, that's Harrison. He's pretty great, and he's far more talented than I am, so I'm happy to have him around. I also want to take a moment just to thank my wife, Angie Feek, for all of her love and support, and for her continued input in the story. She's already made it so much better, and I'm super grateful. And finally, thank you to EJ Schumacher and Lauren Pratt, our first two ever Patreon supporters. We're so grateful. Seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff. Get in on that. There's unedited shows where you can see how much we don't know what we're doing. You get all of the music from the shows. So if you just want to like listen to some sci-fi ambient stuff, there will be one-shots that we run, and it might not be me. It could be Ian or Ben or Lauren, any of us doing this. So there's a lot of really great content for you to check out. Go over to our Patreon, check it out. And finally, thank you all so much for listening. You guys are great. Stick around. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up.